Hi, my name is Ryan Hindawi, and I'm the CEO here at Tanium. We found at Tanium that the best way for customers to understand what we do is to just show the platform to them. So I'm going to take the next few minutes and walk you through what Tanium does and explain the power of our platform. If you really go back to the beginning of why we started Tanium, IT has had a problem for a long time, which is that customers, when they get to scale, really can't understand often what they have, where it is, what it's doing, who's using it, what vulnerabilities it has, or really almost anything about the assets they manage with a lot of confidence. Especially when you look at work from home, you look at OT environments and all the fun things that have been happening over the last few years, like virtualization and cloud computing and containers. A lot of customers really don't even know how many assets they have, much less exactly where they are and what they're doing. And yet they have 20 or 30 or sometimes even 50 different solutions that are designed to gather that data for them. And what we realized at Tanium was there's an opportunity to wipe that slate clean and refactor the way that you're gathering asset data and endpoint data and security data from all these devices and be able to do it in one comprehensive way with a single platform. And so what we created at Tanium was a platform that allows you to actually interact with your endpoints in real time. You can actually go and ask questions like, give me all the computer names from all computers in English, and be able to actually gather that data back in seconds from all assets in an environment. So in this environment, we've got about 1,000 machines. And what I'm actually doing right now is interrogating all those devices globally across the environment, gathering data and reporting it back in seconds. So just to be clear, not from a database, not collected hours or days or weeks ago, but collected in real time because I asked the question. If I want to know all the installed applications and computers with Windows operating systems, again, I can just go out and ask that question. And what's novel about Tanium is not data that was collected days or weeks or months ago, data that was collected seconds ago, because I'm actually interested in this property right now. And if you can imagine a situation where you're in a software license management audit and Microsoft walks in and asks you what you're using, being able to actually go and interrogate the environment with high confidence and be able to drill down on it, see what cost centers these machines belong to, really understand the environment is transformative for a lot of our customers. So based on that capability, we created a bunch of modules that let you actually replace point solutions that in many environments have accumulated for decades and frankly, probably aren't working very well anymore. You think about things like asset management, where a lot of our customers who've invested heavily in CMDBs are at a point where they just don't actually believe that the CMDB is accurate anymore. In many cases, if you talk to the vendors of those CMDBs, if you can get to 85 or 90% accuracy, they consider that a win. But most of our customers realize that if they want to drive toward automation and end user self-service and self-healing, they actually need much higher fidelity data than that. And what's nice about Tanium is we can gather data that's seconds old, that's truly accurate, and be able to report it into the CMDB, whether it's asset data or software data or user data or vulnerability data, and actually drive that into the systems of record so that you can get them up to date to the point where you can use them to do that automation and self-service that I think most enterprises have been striving for years. When we think about things like compliance, and again, people have a point solution for this, and the question is why? If we have the ability to actually go and gather compliance data from endpoints in real time, be able to report them back in seconds, be able to pivot through them and understand exactly what's happening in those environments, gather more data about them, we actually have the ability now to replace a lot of these point solutions that have accumulated and actually give higher fidelity data through a single platform with a single set of APIs, single console, single infrastructure, single set of SMEs, instead of having all this proliferation of different little tools. You think about patch management, which, if we're going to be honest, we shouldn't even be talking about at this point. I mean, this has been a problem for our industry for decades. And yet, if we look at a lot of the large enterprises in the world or large governments, they're still having a huge problem understanding their patch state and actually being able to deploy patches with confidence. And Tanium just takes that problem away. We actually are used in the vast majority of the Fortune 100, the whole US Department of Defense, a lot of the largest managed networks in the world to do this. And we can get you to a very, very high confidence level across patching, actually allow you to distribute patches through the system and be able to, within minutes, hit hundreds of thousands or millions of devices, and do that with confidence that you actually succeeded, again, within minutes, instead of waiting days or weeks to figure out that it worked or it didn't work. So, this is an overview. There are actually a lot of different modules in Tanium that, again, replace different point solutions within the environment. But really the point here is, if you want to be able to manage your environment with confidence, you want to be able to actually drive change in your environment and understand that it happened, you need to be able to interact with the environment across a wide swath of different use cases and be able to do that in seconds, not in days or weeks. And what we've been able to unlock for our customers is true visibility and control across their OT, IoT, a bunch of their desktop, laptop, server, containerized, and cloud environments, and be able to do that in a way where they actually know what they have, where it is and what it's doing, who's using it, and be able to actually affect the change in their environment that they know they need to both secure it and operate it effectively. So I appreciate the time. Hopefully this was useful, and we're looking forward to seeing how we can help you.